What's going on, guys? TKD once a video, and today is another Monday. That means another installment of music and history. And let me know, guys, in the comments below, what artists would you like me to explore next week on next Monday's episode. But this Monday we're talking about one of my favorite rappers of all time, Mr. Childish Gambino. Now, Gambino, that's not really his real name, right? His real name is Donald Glover, but there is an interesting story about how he actually got the name Childish Gambino, as his stage name. And it came from a Wu-Tang name generator website. And this isn't the first time that we've seen, a random generator make a big name for a person. For example, if you guys, know the gaming community on YouTube, as well as I do, you'll know of a man named C. Nanners. Now, he actually got his name from a random name generator as well. So, this is not really a unique thing to see, when people have obscure names like that. And so, yeah, there is no really, interesting story behind, his name. There is no really any background to his name. It is literally just from a Wu-Tang name generator website, as if he was joining the Wu-Tang clan. That would have been his name, Childish Gambino. And next up on the list, he was actually raised a Jehovah's Witness. Yes, he was a part of that faith, a part of that religion, as a kid. And he has said that it was one of these things that he felt set him apart from the other kids, in his grade and those kids around him in his youth. Along with that, he also felt, excluded and felt different than everyone else in his grade, along with being the only black kid at his school and also not having a accent from the South. He has gone on the record and described Jehovah's Witness to be, a very strange religion, a very different religion than all the other ones, right? And this shows through his music and his comedy, as he references it a few times here and there along, in his content that he makes. Gambino has also denounced the religion, long ago, so he does not follow that faith anymore. He's kind of, it's not really, known what religion he follows right now, or if there, is religion he follows right now, but he is not a Jehovah's Witness anymore. Now look, some people like to have sex to The Weeknd, to Party Next Door. If you're a real thug, if you're hardcore, sometimes, some people like to have sex with Future's music. But the artist that you would think Gambino would have sex to is not the artist that you think it is. I mean, if I were to guess, what I'm saying? Like, if someone just asked me on the street, hey, what artist do you think Gambino has sex to, right? I would have thought maybe, Janae Aiko, Mariah Carey, Rihanna. I don't know. Maybe, some type of female artist. But he has said that James Blake is the artist you want to go for when it comes to sex. He once described having the, quote, perfect sex, unquote, to James Blake music. And I remember back when I just thought of this, back when I was 10, my dad actually got me a James Blake album for Christmas. I have no idea why he got me that album. I never even once, I never even heard of James Blake, at that age. I was like 10 or something like that. But I guess maybe this was him telling me something that, that James Blake music is the music you want to have sex to. I don't know. Gambino is actually an inspiration for a modern day Marvel hero. Yes, so back in 2010, right, he started a Twitter campaign to get himself to be Spider-Man on the big next Spider-Man movie called The Amazing Spider-Man, back the one with Andrew Garfield, that version of Spider-Man, right? And so he used the hashtag Donald for Spider-Man. And they got so much traction, they got so much attention from fans, so much attention from, a bunch of people in the industry that Stan Lee himself even supported the idea of Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover, being Spider-Man. And this support and this outcry, and this wanting for Gambino to be Spider-Man inspired Brian Bendis, who is the writer of Spider-Man and a lot of other comics in Marvel. It inspired him to create a character named Miles Morales, and it is a different version of Spider-Man who is of mixed descent. He is half Spanish and half black. Gambino even inspired the appearance of the character in comics. It looks a lot like him. I mean, personally, I would love to see him play Spider-Man someday in the future. I'm hoping that happens, but it probably won't happen anytime soon, just because we got this new kid that's Spider-Man, and he is good. I will put that on record. He is good for Spider-Man, but I do want to someday hope to see Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, as Spider-Man on the big screen. This is probably the most interesting fact I have ever come across from any artist so far in this series. And this is why I like doing this series. I like doing this series because, look, I love music and I love, to find out interesting stuff and cool facts about the people behind the music, right? So this is one that I feel is probably the most interesting fact I've ever found, right? So he actually wrote a 72-page script dealing with a character called, quote, the boy, unquote. And the boy is supposed to represent himself. And so throughout the script, the boy goes through, heartbreak, family dynamics, the thing about new technology and how he has to handle that, high points, low points, basically, just life. It's a script about a boy going through life, basically, to encompass the whole point, right? And this script is supposed to be read in complete tandem with Gambino's latest album, Because the Internet. And so each scene on the script coincides with each track from the album. So, people are supposed to print this script out, sit down, listen to the album, and read the script as the album's playing. And, the song will match what's going on in the script. And this was insane. I cannot believe this actually exists. I want to try this. I'm going to do this at some point. Trust me, I'm going to do this at some point. But I just can't believe that he wrote a script to coincide with, an entire album. Like, that is something that can literally change the way you view a song. And I'm sure, once I actually read the script while having this album in the background, I'm sure that I will completely change my whole perspective on the entire album for sure. Like, this is something that I have never heard of any artist doing, and it is insane. So I definitely recommend you guys look for that and do it along with me at some point. And that is all I got for this Monday. If you guys enjoyed the content, please down below, you can comment below. Let me know what artists you guys want me to explore next Monday. And also down below, you can support me and support the channel by liking, subscribing, sharing, all that good stuff. If you enjoy the content, please, take a second and do some of those things. I would really greatly appreciate it. Also down below, you can follow me on my media links down below in the description. My Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that good stuff. You can follow me on there. See what's popping on my daily life. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I got you.